hear it in the background. There's a kid crying just over my shoulder there. He just fell off his bike. Oh, I think you can hear him more now, but like he fell off his bike, smashed himself up, and I laughed out loud, like a lot. Didn't realise his father was with him. He was quite a short man. Horrible human, but that was one of the best things that's happened on my Saturday.
Ever since you left, I've been taking it a day at a time. Stuck it in my head, searching for a reason to the rhyme. I know you're wondering if I'm okay. I know you're asking how I make it through the day. Now I'm hanging up, and I think it's time that you do the same. Why you dragging it out? Why you making me need it? I move on to you, let me get you off my mind. Why you running me round?
Morning, everybody. It is January the 16th, so episode 16. It's only going to get complicated in February when things start to be the first again. Episode 16. Weighing in this morning, mid 195s again. So sort of held that weight this week, which is good. I'm quite happy to hold that weight for a week. I'd be really pissed off if like, by the end of next week I haven't seen so much moving weight progress. But day to day, pretty happy right now. Obviously, I had a little bit more food yesterday, so I was expecting a little bit higher. So that is a good sign. I didn't train yesterday either, so like I'm pretty happy with that. I drank obviously like 2 or 3 bottles of SodaStream yesterday. Obviously, birthday present, you get a little bit obsessive with it. So there's a lot more liquid in the system. I peed all night, which again is way more information than you need, but you've got it now, so do with it what you want. Yeah, got a lot of laptop work to do today. Yes, it's Saturday, but Saturdays do not feel like Saturdays right now, and it is gross out there. So a lot of laptop work to do this morning. I've got clients, programs to program, videos to edit for you guys, and I will round that off probably with some sort of training, cardio or legs. I've got 1 session to do over the next 2 days, so whichever day I choose to do it is the day I choose to do it. But yeah, that is my Saturday. Hope you enjoy.
Now I make it through the day. Now I'm hanging up, and I think it's time that you do the same. Why you dragging it out? Why you making me need it? I move on to you, let me get you off my mind. Why you running me round? Now I gotta relive it. You never call me, but you keep me hanging on the line. Keep me on the line.
So just out for a bit of afternoon movement, getting steps up. Definitely noticed that last week's kind of results, as it were, I suppose, were a little bit lapse in terms of movement, in terms of getting out and getting those steps in. Be honest with you, it's just a little bit difficult at the moment, and that's not because it is physically difficult. It's just a little bit mentally tough. Like, it is cold outside, and it is wet, and it is raining. I think it rained like 4 out of the 7 days last week. So it is a lot more challenging than it should be just to go out and get that movement. However, there are ways around it. So you have to plan for these situations, whether that's you take your brolly or you wrap up slightly warmer. There's no real excuse not to go out. But you have to be aware of mental barriers. And mental barrier right now is that I just don't want to. It takes ages. I get very little out of it, like happiness-wise. But it is a necessary part. So I'm going to make a big focus next week on trying to find either other locations to go and walk, or making sure that I get it done nice and early so that it's just off the tick list to do all day. Because if I leave it like I have done last week, that chances are I'll try and find a way around it. So a bit more of accountability to you on the camera. I'm going to get out and I'm going to nail step count next week. So I made a big sort of statement, I suppose, lockdown 1, I was going to definitely shop a lot more local. So we've just been to local farm shop and just picked up some essentials from there. So things like chicken breast, really good quality, good sizes in those sorts of things. Chicken breast, There's a load of potatoes in there. I mean, look at the quality on them, it's just unreal. And then, so there's the carrots, which are called carrots. And then look at that for a side of an onion. I mean, that's huge. And then obviously farm eggs, and then there's a beef one in there. I'm gonna do a nice roast beef tomorrow for dinner. But just think about it, guys. If you've got local farmers and stuff, they're struggling as well as we all are at the moment. And if you can, your fruit and vegetables are going to be fresher than ever, and your meat produce is going to be top quality. So support those guys, and you won't regret it. It's the best quality I've found locally in a long. I asked all the time about prep and food prep and stuff like that, and how do you keep your diet interesting, but equally, how do you make it efficient? So I'll cover interesting first, then we'll go on to efficient. So interesting, find companies that their sole purpose is to make food prep either easier or make your calorie consumption easier. So Lodough, again, not in cahoots with these people, but Lodough are a really, really good company, and they do a lot of obviously low calorie carbohydrate substitutes. Not that carbs are at all bad, but sometimes you want more food volume and therefore you have to find substitutes. So they do things like, you know, coatings for chicken, which are really, really good. Brownie mix, so if you've got a bit of a sweet tooth, I mean, the calorie count on it is just ridiculous, and it goes a long way, and that is going to be key to prep long term. So you've got a couple of brownie mixes, and then if you know, you know, but their original product was the dough. So the lodough that they do, per base, so it's almost like wrap size, you're looking at like a phenomenal 39 calories. You can make pizzas, quiches. You know, I could go full QVC on this, but you know, you can make a ton of stuff with it. So find things like that. They are going to make your prep very interesting, and make you eat food that other humans are consuming at the same time. Then when it comes to efficiency, it's all about either getting ahead of the game or making food that is very, very simple to create. So batch cooking is a great example. I don't necessarily batch cook all my meals, so I know some people are super preppers. So they go into the world of making 7 or 8 meals, freezing them, and then they've got them kind of there for them, you know, with the hand of a microwave, you're ready to go. But I found things like this, you can really look at portion control and leave it on all day. So everybody is a slow cooker warrior. And, okay, so I've got the slow cooker and I can't even get the fucking lid off. Fucking thing. Ooh. Look at that steam on the camera. So slow cooker, very good if you're cooking large quantities of food and you want to leave it at work, you know, leave it while you're at work, while it's cooking, great. But what you can do is you can portion food in the slow cooker. So this is 2 meals. So in here I've got a load of vegetables, load of chicken and some stock. Really, really simple calories, really simple prep method. But you can separate the bags into portions. So I've actually got 2 meals being cooked in the same slow cooker. Now there's no reason why you couldn't separate 3 or 4 meals. Make sure it's obviously cooked long term. No one wants food poisoning from a slow cooker, but you can calorie control each bag. And then you can obviously take the bag out, freeze it, put it in the fridge, or take one to work today, one to work tomorrow. But you've got real control. It really isn't an excuse apart from not having the thought process in your mind to look these companies out. Look at solutions, look at hacks. Yes, food prep can be tedious, it can be tough, it can be long term. But once you've kind of got the crack of it and you understand it, it's really simple. So go out there, be inquisitive, ask questions. You know, if you see things that your friends, your family are cooking, find out how they've done it, how they've prepped, what things they're eating at the moment. And then don't be afraid to Google. Don't be afraid to check companies out, and don't be afraid to try things. You only have to buy small once. And then if it's part of your lifestyle and you like it and you enjoy it, you can buy it time and time again.
Ever since you left, I've been taking it a day at a time. Stuck it in my head, searching for a reason to the rhyme. I know you're wondering if I'm okay. I know you're asking how I make it through the now I'm hanging up, and I think it's time that you do the same. Why you drinking it out?
I forgot to do an outro again. I'm getting really bad at the outro side of things. I'm going to spend a lot of time making sure that I've definitely got outros filmed. Maybe I'll just like pass out and go to sleep. But that was the end of day 16. Calories on point. I've not missed the mark calories wise, and I'm filming this now on day 23. And I know I haven't missed the mark all week. That was chocolate, banana, and light squirty cream protein waffles. So good, just so good. If you can get things like that in your macros, you're doing very well, and you won't resent your diet by any stretch of the means. But yeah, I am going to sign off day 14. It would be day 16. Day 16 done.